Working from home is the new normal for millions of Americans. So what does that mean for your tax return this year? Liza Lucas shares expert advice on who qualifies for tax breaks and other tips to know before you file.
A new desk, faster internet, even its own hashtag. 2020 had many people swapping their cubicle for a work-from-home setup. So when it comes to your taxes, can you deduct your home office expenses while working from home? Financial expert Janai Thornton says if you're an employee, the answer is unfortunately no.
Unless you're self-employed, like a freelancer or a contractor, you may not deduct your home office expenses on your tax return.
A few years ago, the situation was different, but due to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, employees who get a paycheck or W-2 from an employer are currently not eligible for the deduction, even if they're working from home. Still, a chunk of Americans may qualify for the home office deduction. A recent study by Upwork showed more than 1/3 of Americans freelanced during the pandemic. But there are conditions you need to meet in order to get that tax break.
The home office deductions are allowed if you use part of your residence during the tax year regularly and exclusively. And exclusively is what kind of trips people up, because it can't be a spare bedroom in your office. It has to be dedicated to your work.
Expenses also have to meet a certain threshold in order to qualify.
I think a lot of people probably wouldn't have qualified anyway, because again, you're right, you actually have to itemize.
Even if you don't qualify, experts say it may pay off to just have a chat with your employer.
Just to see if they're potentially reimbursing for any of those expenses.
So some other tips: file early, file electronically. Don't be afraid to file your own return. I've done that for a few years ago, not today. The last day to file is April 15th.